Hey y'all, what's up? Let's get into this live. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Oh my God. All right, let's get into the show. Hey everyone, I see all my top flights are here. Let's jump into the show. Hopefully you guys tap on that like while we're getting into it. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion. Let's jump on in. For those of you that's ready for the seasons to get ready to change, not so fast, honey, because it looks like the groundhog has seen its shadow. We will be getting some more winter weather. Okay, let's get into it, honey. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Now on this February 2nd, Punxsutawney Phil, the seer of seers, prognosticator of all prognosticators, was awakened from his wintry nap at dawn on Gobbler's Knob. Phil looked to the skies and then, speaking in groundhogese, directed President Dunkel to the proper scroll, which reads, "It's my great honor to answer your annual call. So I rise again this morning to greet you all. But today I wake thinking of numbers and time. America turns 250 and I'm at least 139. Let's celebrate all, young, old, babies, or millennial, and kick off America's semi-quincentennial. We look to the future and not just the past. So I suppose this party could use a forecast. It is my job this February 2 to look to the skies and report back to you that there is a shadow here on my ground. 6 more weeks of winter abound. Hear ye, hear.
So there you go, right? If everybody's wishing for it to start warming up and getting into a little bit better weather outside, we got 6 more weeks of the cold stuff. All right. So for those of you that have snow and ice and all that stuff, yeah, not so fast. Okay. So sorry to break your spirits today on that for those of you that were hoping. But let's move along. Ciao. I'm about tired of the cold. I am. I'm really about tired of the cold. All right, but let's get into it. So it looks like it's going to be a cold Valentine's Day. You know, we got Valentine's Day coming up here. Ciao. But let's get into our next topic. As you guys can see, shout out to Chaser. Drew Sidor says that her estranged husband, Ralph Pittman, is still living in the basement and talks filming with Nene and Kim for the first time. Oh, really? Let's get into that. So what is okay on Ultimate Girl Show? I was about to say, what happened? Said Drew talks about her situation with estranged husband Ralph and also shares a bit of her experience filming with Ultimate Girls Trip with the great Nene Leakes and Kim Zolciak. Let's get into what she has to say.
What I adore, though, Drew, is that, you know, a lot of women on the show haven't always been forthcoming about their lives and really what's going on for real, you know, behind closed doors. But you have. And one of the things we saw in the season was, you know, the whole situation with Ralph. Is Ralph still living in the basement? I got to ask you, Drew, is Ralph still living in the basement?
Yes.
So is he in the basement now?
Well, not right now. Right now he's on vacation somewhere. I don't know where. You know, he likes to travel.
Okay.
That's nothing new either. So he's doing what he does. But when he's here, he is still residing in the basement. So we're still going through our process. It's been 3 years. And, you know, we're just trying to healthily co-parent our 3 beautiful kids. So.
Which is what you've been doing, and you've been doing a really good job at it. Thoughts on Nene Leakes potentially coming back this season?
Well, I don't know what's going on. I know that she was welcomed back into the Bravo universe. She was filming Ultimate Girls Trip, which I had the pleasure of attending their Atlanta stop. So that was actually my first time filming with Nene. I had filmed with Lisa Wu and Sheree and a lot of the OGs, Kenya Moore, obviously, Portia, Cynthia, but it was my first time filming with Kim Zolciak and Nene, and it was, let me just say, it was the time. It was a lot. Y'all will definitely have to tune in and see Ultimate Girls Trip. I was able to do, like I said, the Atlanta style, but it was a lot going on in that scene. And yeah, I think people will be excited to see NeNe Leakes back on Bravo.
Very.
All right. Well, we'll wait and see, right? We will have to wait and see. I may just watch it just to see how, what's going on with that. All right. So there is some bit of news that I ran across that we may get to see in this upcoming season with with Portia and let's get this up, child, because I ran across this. Now, it seems like Ralph may not just be staying down there in the basement, since we talking about old Drew over here, okay? Because I just ran across something that might be kind of shocking. If they're going through a divorce, has Ralph been creeping up the stairs? Because it seems that Portia Williams is accusing Drew Sidora of possibly being pregnant with baby number 4 by Ralph, despite their upcoming split, according to Real Housewives of Atlanta fan page now. Because y'all know Ralph and Drew and Portia supposed to be cool. But according to this, it's saying that Portia is accusing Drew of possibly being pregnant with baby number 4 by Ralph Pitton, which was still her husband, okay? But he is staying in the basement. Now, I told y'all a couple days ago that we did see a recent video of the two of them upstairs cooking together, and they seem to be flirting in a very flirtatious manner where he was feeding her, putting food in her mouth, and they looked like they had just finished having sex. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way Drew's hair was all disheveled, the way she was staring at him, the way he was like putting food in her mouth all seductively, and she was like eating it out of his hands. I was like, what is going on here? This don't look like the same two people that were fighting and carrying on, but I don't know. Portia, it's saying that Portia is alluding to the fact that Drew could be pregnant by Ralph again. So could that be a monkey wrench in their divorce to where they may not be getting a divorce? Are they going to call off this divorce if she's pregnant by him? Like, what is going on? Or is she really pregnant by him? Because this is something they're saying that Portia is alluding. I'm pretty sure they probably have conversations because they do, they film together, they hang out together or whatever. Could Drew be having like a little baby bump that we don't know about? I guess we're going to have to wait and see. What y'all think? Ralph might be creeping up them stairs when the kids go to bed at night and getting up there in the bed with Drew. Who knows, right? It's just a turn of a doorknob because he is in the damn basement. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that because, child, okay. That's one on the rumor mills. Let's continue on. All right, so we got some Kim Porter news. We got an update on this because it looks like this case may be reopening or somebody's getting ready to be filing something. So Diddy pushes back, according to Ball Alert, Diddy pushes back on claims tying him to Kim Porter and Biggie Smalls' death in a major defamation fight. And y'all know for a long time, everybody's been saying they feel that Diddy has something to do with Kim Porter's death. Also with Biggie's death as well. For those of you that watch my channel, y'all know that we read the book, okay? The Kim Porter book, okay? We read the book, and in the book, it told a lot of things, right? Okay? So for those of you that were here when we read said book, it talked about how Kim Porter knew about some satanic sexual rituals that Diddy may have been involved in, and some other secrets of other people who he may have done harm to that she was going to expose him for, and for him to shut her up. It gave that he came up over there one day and did something to her, allegedly. Okay, so that's what's in the book. I don't know. We weren't there, but I kind of feel like he could have had something to do with it. And then just kind of all the things that's been surrounding her. They said that she was in great health, and then he came have a visit with her, and the next thing you know, her house was ransacked. It was said that there was some thumbnails that or thumb drives that she had put up somewhere, that she was writing a book, a tell-all book about him. And it's no coincidence after she was seen passed away, she did have some puncture wounds in her body to where it looked like somebody, stuck her with some needles. There were blood drippings on the floor. We talked about it, right? And we also talked about them saying that she had pneumonia, which they said she had perfect health. They didn't know how she got sick so fast. Many people that were said to be around Diddy also suffered from pneumonia, which is so crazy. Her boyfriend, who she was dating, who Diddy beat up, he passed away from pneumonia. Someone else around Diddy passed away. Like all these crazy wild deaths that were also connected to each other that had almost the same thing going on. And then the person who performed her autopsy, he passed away mysteriously as well. So it's a lot of shit going on. If you watched the Biggie movie, if you read up on it, if you've seen documentaries and all this other stuff as related to Biggie's death, then you already know that it's said and alleged that Diddy also has some ties to that, as well as Tupac's death. Okay, one, they were saying that the reason for Biggie's death is because Biggie was leaving Bad Boy and signing to another label, and Diddy did not want him to do so because he was at the time the moneymaker for Bad Boy. So let's go ahead and read up on this to see what they're saying. My God. Y'all also know the young man who they have arrested and in custody right now, Keith something, I forget his last name. He has alluded to Diddy offering to pay $2 million. Keefy D, rather. Keefy D, that's who he is. Keefy D, who is locked up for the unaliving or connection to the unaliving of Tupac Shakur. He has testified, and also Foxy Brown, she's going to be testifying in the case as well, alluding to the fact that Diddy offered $2 million to have Tupac taken out. So we're gonna have to wait and see as the case progresses. That's supposed to be coming up in a few months. Then we'll get to hear a little bit more about that. But let's get into this now. According to Baller Alert. Now, Diddy is pushing back against what he calls a rush to judgment by major media companies in a high-stake $100 million lawsuit against NBC Universal and the producers of the documentary Diddy, The Making of Bad Boy. The music executives is formally denying any link to some of the industry's most infamous tragedies. What else would he do? He also said he won't into that trafficking shit and all that was going on, but his ass is in jail, ain't he? Now, through a recently filed court statement, it says that he is taking a stand against the outrageous lies that he claims were peddled by the streaming project. Now, in the documents, Diddy explicitly addressed the deaths of several people close to him, including the mother of his children and his most famous protege. Now, it says that I was not involved in the death of Kimberly Kim Porter. I was not involved in the unaliving of Christopher Wallace, which is Biggie Smalls, he stated. Diddy is also distancing himself from the passing of industry giants Heavy D and Andre Harrell, while refuting any claims that he attempted to harm singer Al B. Sure. Well, Al B. Sure says differently. Okay, Al B. Sure says differently. So I do remember in the said documentaries that I've seen that says that every time someone would pass away or something very tragic in Diddy's life would happen, he would change his name, and that was his way of distancing himself from said horrific act, if you will. Okay, if you guys go back and look at that, y'all remember back in the day he was known as what, Puffy. And they were saying that they called him Puffy because he had a temper back then, and he would like puff up and get mad or at people when he got ready to fight or blow up on them. So that was why they called him Puffy. So you guys remember in the documentary on the one on Netflix, it talked about all those people who were jammed inside of that gym, and a lot of people passed away. After that incident, he changed his name from Puffy to something else. I want to say to Diddy or something like that. But in every horrific incident, if you notice, Diddy has changed his name. He also changed his name again after Biggie passed. Okay, but let's continue. Beyond the homicide rumors, it says that the lawsuit tackles the serious sex trafficking allegations that have plagued the mogul. It says that Diddy firmly stated that he has never engaged in trafficking underage girls and denied using private recordings as a tool for extortion. It says that his legal team argues that the documentary was hastily produced just to be competitors to the market, which they say resulted in speculative conclusions and factual errors. It also goes on to say the NBC and the co-founders have asked the court to toss the case, claiming that the film is a matter of public concern and that Diddy's reputation was already significantly damaged by existing federal and civil cases. Of course you want him to toss it. I've been saying I think that they should exhume Kim's body and find something as related to her death that may be contradicting to what they said she died from. I don't feel like it was pneumonia. I feel like maybe, and this is just my opinion, I feel like the person who did her autopsy, because there were two people I hear that were performing her autopsy. The first one did not give the answer that they were asking for in terms of saying that it was pneumonia. That person was asked not to do the autopsy, and a second person was brought in. That person is no longer alive, coincidentally, right? They found this man unalived in his house. who did the second autopsy on Kim Porter. You guys can go verify that. It's out there. It's Google. You can go Google that. It's there. Now, while the network moves to dismissal, Diddy is adamant that the media shouldn't be allowed to profit from universal claims. A ruling on the motion to dismiss is expected soon, which will determine if this 100 million fight moves to a full trial. I think Diddy is kind of thinking that maybe he can get off on this. He does need the money. As you guys know, this is probably one of the reasons why he's filing this claim, because he thinks this happened so long ago. They're not going to be able to get any evidence in this. So I may be able to take this to a trial and win and get this $100 million, because that's what he used to be worth before he had to pay Cassie. An alleged 50 million is what they're saying, 50 to 30 million, 30 to 50 million rather. All of these cases that's coming against him that he's quietly settling. It's all a money grab, not to mention his properties and other things that he's having to sell in order to financially stay afloat. We just heard rumors about his employees complaining about not being paid. So there's some money issues somewhere. Where there's smoke, there's fire. We hear that his family is asking for certain monetary things. And Diddy is telling his people who's over his money not to spend anything without first clearing it with him. So they are watching his money very, very closely to see what's going out in terms of paying who needs to be paid. So if he can go and ask for a trial in this situation right here to try to sue to get his money back up, knowing that he'll be getting out soon in a couple years, then that's probably what he's going to do. Diddy is looking for a way to make money. I don't think the industry is going to fuck with him once he gets out, because his reputation is ruined. I mean, if you guys watched his son the other day when he was on stage performing, he was trying to get the crowd to chant "Bad Boy," and everybody was like, "What? Like, we ain't about to say that shit." Like, they won't check it for him. It was like dead silence when he said, let me hear everybody say "Bad Boy." He was on stage performing, and people were like, yeah, we ain't saying no damn bad boy. We don't fuck with Diddy like that no more. So yeah, if he could get $100 million, that would probably put him back in the place where he used to be financially. Of course, he's lost a lot of endorsement deals after this case with Cassie and the other people who came to testify against him. But Diddy, you're done. At the end of the day, you're done. And I do feel like if they do a thorough search within this situation with Kim Porter and with Biggie, and with enough people coming forward to testify of things that they know, I do know that Gene Deal said that he was offered $16,000, and that's on Art of Dialogue. You guys can go over there and see that on YouTube, where he said that Diddy offered to pay him $16,000 to take out Biggie, and he said, "No, that's my dog, that's my homie. I would never do anything to harm him." So he said he pretty much knew it was a setup whenever they went to LA, because like, why would he be in LA when there was this huge beef between the East and West Coast, right? Biggie was supposed to be in, I think, London or something like that, and Biggie and Diddy stopped that flight from happening and told him he was going to stay in LA. And a lot of people feel like it was a whole setup, and he wanted Biggie to be in place just in case this whole situation played out the way that it did. That is what is alleged to have happened. So I feel like he did it. Sorry. I feel like he had something to do with Tupac as well. I do. I really do. Because Biggie was trying to make up with Tupac, because before all the beef, they were all friends. Biggie and Tupac were like brothers. Biggie talked about he used to sleep on Tupac's couch before he made it. So the rift between the two of them was Diddy, because he didn't want them to be friends, because he had beef with the West Coast. So he, I guess, wanted Biggie to, I guess, be on the same page with him in terms of the beef. And he didn't want to be down with that. But let's continue on. Like, Biggie didn't want to perform that song, "Who Shot You?" He didn't want to perform that shit, but Diddy was pushing that to continue the beef between East Coast, West Coast. And we saw how that shit panned out, right? We lost two great legends in all of that bullshit. But let's continue on. Y'all know I know a lot about that shit. I done read up, watched every documentary, so I don't even look at no notes when I see that, when I talk about that. But let's get into this, because this is something else that also had a documentary attached to it as well. Surviving R. Kelly. For those of you that have not seen it, it's on Netflix. Go watch it. It's like a 4-part series. And then there's another series that they also started as well in conjunction to the Surviving R. Kelly's. If you guys haven't seen that, it's very informative. A lot of that shit that they talked about on there that those girls went through. A lot of the songs that R. Kelly made was connected to some abuse that the girls dealt with while they were in his care. I'm gonna call it a camp. It's very sad. The girls were indoors that had to be locked, and they had to knock on doors in order to get food. And if they disobeyed him, sometimes the girls went days without food, right? But he had runners. And all of this is in the documentary. He had runners that would go and get the girls food. They would give them, he would give them a certain a menu or something like that they could ask for. This, say I want Chinese or whatever, and the runners would go and get it. But the runners were instructed not to get them food if they were seen to be on punishment. And a punishment could mean if he asked them to do a threesome and they refused, then you're on punishment and not eat. Things like that. They had to pee and shit in buckets. It's a lot of stuff that those girls went through. Being with the girls, one of the girls had to dress up like a guy and strap up, and you said strap on him. That's according to her. She testified to that in the documentary. That's why I said you guys should watch documentaries so that you can get a clearer understanding on what happened. Now, this person on my screen is Rashanna Landfair. She is said to be the 14-year-old girl who was on the P tape with R. Kelly when she was a child. This is his goddaughter, as well as R. Kelly's ex-wife. She was the godmother who was watching this girl when she was 14 during the time that she was downstairs in the Colorado room with R. Kelly being filmed for this infamous P tape that got out everywhere. I saw the tape in R. Kelly. That was motherfucking you. I'm sorry. There's no way you can say that was not you. There was an award over there for best R&B. Who else got best R&B award besides you? He tried to say it wasn't him. Now, also on the documentary, it was said that R. Kelly has a brother named Kerry Kelly, who he tried to offer up a lot of money to say that it was him in the video versus R. Kelly, so that R. Kelly would not have to serve time or lose his career behind this situation that happened with these girls. All right. Now, Rashanna Landfair, she was supposed to testify in the first trial, but she and her family was given a vacation out of the country paid for by R. Kelly and his people to avoid them being on the stand to testify against him, which is why he was able to get off on the first case. Okay. But this is the young girl. Well, she was a young girl at the time. She's grown up now. She was also taught to be his, what's the word I'm looking for? The person who she groomed the other girls that would come into his camp to please him sexually. So if you guys, again, if you watched the documentary, then you saw that, you know that she was one of the girls that they said that crawled to R. Kelly on her hands and knees and performed certain sexual favors at his command. And she taught the other girls that came in how to please him because she was with him the longest. She was a child when she first started messing with him. So let's get into this. She is now speaking. She has a book out as well. It's a tell-all book. I don't know if this is what is she looking for, because now he's in jail for like 30-something years. Are you looking for money? What are you looking for this situation? Are you trying to sell your book? The 14-year-old Jane Doe, that's what she was named in the lawsuit because she was a minor at the time, from R. Kelly's infamous SEX tape, breaks her silence on years of ABUs in her new interview and memoir. I'm gonna go see if there's an interview on like YouTube or somewhere, because I like to see people talk. I could read it, but I would love to see. Of course, we can't play it on here because I know it's going to be explicit. But let's go ahead and read what this has to say. Shout out to Dallas Black Com. All right. Y'all said, Diddy, shut up. Y'all going off in the comments. All right, let's go ahead and read. All right. For 25 years, the world knew her only as Jane Doe. Now Rashanna Landfair is reclaiming her name, her voice, and her life. Also, fun fact, her father played lead guitar for R. Kelly during the time that he was in public announcement and during the time that he also started performing solo as just R. Kelly. Did you guys know that? Now, when during the trial, when all this stuff started coming out, her dad still played guitar for R. Kelly. So maybe the money was so good that he didn't care that his daughter was being R-worded by a grown-ass man. Maybe he just saw this, oh my God, I got to pay my bills. I ain't about to fuck this up, so I don't have to work a regular 9 to 5, even though this person that you're working for is constantly abusing your daughter, right? But let's continue now. In a powerful new Rolling Stone interview in her memoir, Who's Watching Shorty? Because that is what she was called back in the day. Landfair opens up for the first time about being the 14-year-old girl exploited by R. Kelly and how the infamous tape erased her humanity for decades. Now, once a young rapper with a big dream, with big dreams rather, and deep musical roots, she spent years hiding, even shortening her name just to survive the whispers, because that tape was everywhere. When I tell y'all, everyone saw that tape. You guys know she is the niece of singer Sparkle, okay? She is Sparkle's niece, the R&B singer Sparkle. She is her niece, okay? She's grew up with her family. So it said that there is no job that I can apply for where there isn't the forefront of my life, she tells Rolling Stones. She said that once I realized that I didn't have peace or privacy by hiding, I had to take ownership. It goes on to say that now in her 40s, she's done hiding. She says, I just wanted people to know I was a human being, according to her. She says, not a headline, not a scandal, a survivor. It goes on to say that I just really wanted to capture the fact that I was a human being, according to her. She said, I had dreams of and aspirations and was not just the R. Kelly girl. She goes on to say that this isn't about R. Kelly. It's about a woman, Rashanna Landfair, finally telling her story on her own terms. I'm glad she's finally speaking out, because for a long time she kept silent. And in the back of my mind, I was like, why is this girl protecting him, right? Why is she protecting him when all of these girls, I really wish that she at the time would have spoken out in the documentary when all the other girls were speaking out and they were emotional about all the things that they went through at the hands of R. Kelly. She never said anything. And I was just like, why? They all, verified that she was the girl that taught them how to please him. Whenever they would go in the rooms with him to have sexual favors, she would come in the room and she would like guide them into what to do. So she pretty much trained them on what to do with him when they were alone with him. And I feel like it was more of a mental thing. I think that she got into these girls' mental, and she controlled them mentally. So she was kind of like the madam to all of these girls when they came to this house to stay with R. Kelly, right? K. Michelle, she knows her because when K. Michelle came to R. Kelly's house to work on music, she said she saw all of these girls were swimming in fish tanks, and she saw that girl particularly walking around like she was over all of the girls, right? She was like the Delarice of the girls. She was in charge of the girls. But she does have a book out. Now I want to read the book. Okay, I want to read the book. Almost like the Kim Porter book. Now I got to go and look for this damn book and see what's in this book, because I think she's going to tell everything, right? But let's continue on. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. It's so much that I can talk about with this story right here, because when I tell y'all, I have read up on every single solitary thing as related to that. And oh my God, it's a lot. No wonder R. Kelly's ass is in jail, but yeah, that's a lot. But let's continue on. Let's get into this Gizelle Bryant news. I told you guys the other day that Gizelle was on her podcast with Robin and made a statement that she saw nothing wrong with Jamal Bryant's new wife's dress, Kari Bryant, that infamous dress. But then she was going in comments and stuff and making comments about the dress that were kind of negative. But now it sounds like there's still something brewing behind the scenes, because according to the Real Housewives of Potomac, it says that sources claim that Jamal Bryant has completely lost control behind the scenes after learning that Gizelle continued firing off cryptic posts and shady digs at his new wife, Kari, despite repeated warnings to stop. Okay, because y'all know they're about image, honey. They are about image. Let's continue. Could Gizelle be jealous of the new wife? All right. Because I hear that Jamal is still supporting Gizelle behind the scenes financially. All right. And he's getting ready to threaten her in a second that he's going to stop her money if she don't. So let's continue. Now, insiders say that Jamal exploded, allegedly telling Gizelle she was now on her own and vowing to sever every remaining financial, personal and public tie between them. Now, you know, their kids are in college and grown now. Okay. The most chilling threat, it says that he would make sure that Gizelle walked away penniless if she kept dragging his name and Kari's into online warfare, because she do be popping up in comments. I've seen a few where she has talked about Jamal Bryant's wife, okay, the new wife. And gave comments on certain things and co-signed when other people had negative things to say. Now, I said what once looked like a fragile co-parenting truce has now collapsed into scorched earthly territory. Fans are reeling, calling it just a breakup, but a calculated power play designed to silence, punish, and control the narrative at any cost. Okay, so what do y'all think about that? That's Jamal and his new wife, Kari. Okay, who I say looks strikingly like Gizelle. I think they could be sisters if you put them side by side. But she did get a lot of backlash, as you guys remember, from that stupid ass black dress that looked like it was see-through. They had like a nude color underneath. But if you guys saw Gizelle and Robin's podcast, Gizelle did say on there when Robin asked her, well, what do you think about the infamous dress? And Giselle's like, I don't really see anything wrong with it. I feel like it was appropriate. But then in comments, you dragging her like she was a heifer off the street that you dislike. And this woman be around your kids and everything down there at the college with Jamal. So Jamal pretty much is saying, listen, you need to keep my new wife's name out of your mouth. Because what's getting ready to happen is I'm cutting your ass off personally, financially, and every other way. Okay? So y'all know how it beat y'all in between shows when they're not filming. Where's she making her money, right? Where does Gizelle make her money in between filming? So, girl, you don't want to mess that up. If Jamal's still giving you some of that church money, them church funds, girl, you better shut what they call the okay, and get shmoney. If he's still willing to pay you, because really he shouldn't have to give you shit, being that your kids are grown pretty much, right? All right, let's get into this next topic. You guys remember this young man here who did an interview with Tasha K. He talks about all the industry men on social media. You guys remember I told you guys about what is his guy name? I forget. Anyway, he was saying that he was messing around with Vince, and that Vince was like his sugar daddy during the time he was in college. Y'all remember that? Well, he shows a picture of him and Vince together, because people are like, boy, you lying. You just out here trying to get clout. You trying to get clout. Okay, hold on. Let me get his name, because why I forget his name? My brain just went blank like hell. Hold up. He's pretty much said that he was with Jamal, honey, that him and Jamal, he said Jamal like men, among other things. I was like, wait, what? Hold up. Yeah, he just did an interview with Tasha K. Let me stop sharing. Let me look up something right quick while we're here, because I want to give y'all all this information, honey. Because, baby, let me see. See. All right. Let's see if Tasha still got it up. She don't mind us playing like the small clips. But this guy sat on her platform and said he pretty much was like messing around with Vince. And I was like, boy, what? But he's been saying that about a lot of celebrities. Give me a second, y'all. Let me pull this up for y'all. It shouldn't be too far back. Because a lot of people thought he was just lying, just kind of regurgitating stuff to get attention online. But they were like, yeah, he's just talking and not showing no receipts. But he dropped some damn receipts of pictures of him and Vince together. I was like, what the hell? So, I mean, it gives that he do no Vince season pictures with him, right? Not saying that he slept with him or that he was a sugar daddy or nothing like that. But it just is weird. It's weird. Hold on. Give me a second. Not too much longer. Hold on. Where is he? Where is he? Damn, he just did the interview. Give me a second, y'all. I'm coming. I didn't realize it that far back. Let's see. Damn, Tasha, do you post like every hour on the hour? Damn. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, we almost there. I still haven't watched the Keisha Cole brothers interview either, because he was telling a lot of tea too. I gotta catch up. It's so much, y'all. Y'all keep waiting. I'm coming. Bro, where are you? It's the something slayer is what he called himself, child. He be out here with a lot of celebrities, and he be doing all this kiss and tell type stuff. And he talked about Vince. He talked about Vince and saying, oh, here we go. He's also said he was with Britt Eadie's husband too. Y'all remember I talked about that? Okay. Oh, okay. So I'll show y'all this one just to show y'all who I'm talking about. Okay. I'll show y'all this one. Because he be telling on everybody in the industry. I was like, you can't be kissing and telling. That can be dangerous, right? So this is the guy. Y'all might remember who I'm talking about. Okay. All right, let's go.
Bent over and spread his hole open. You know, that's what he do.
You came through when she was, I think, after she left the season to talk about how you knew her, because you've been knowing her for quite a while, and her husband.
Correct.
You said that you took vacations with them, and you've also invited her husband. He's been to a few of your parties, and your parties are, you've bent her husband over, is what you allege.
Correct. Over the balcony, to be exact.
So this dude is saying that he bent Britt Eadie's husband over the balcony. Now, I said before, could that be why Britt Eadie is divorcing him? Like she said that there's absolutely no reason for a reconciliation. There's no way they're reconciling, and he was begging her to stay. But this guy here is coming out saying that this is the same guy that said that he was with Vincent Herbert, who was married to Tamar Braxton. So this guy here is saying that he bent Britt Eadie's husband over the balcony, and this is the same guy who says that Vincent Herbert was his sugar daddy when he was in college.
You sure he wasn't looking for nothing, or he had no baby in his hand, like blanket, like Michael Jackson was showing the baby when he.
Like, okay, so that's him. That's him. I was trying to find the one where he was talking about Vince. Okay, that's the other one with him. Yeah, she did a whole interview. I was like, oh my God, is he really telling that? Because somebody's ass is going to get sued. Why I can't find it? I ain't about to sit here and keep scrolling though. Because I care, but I don't care. You feel me? I care, but I don't care. But y'all get the gist of who I'm talking about. Okay. But anyway, so let's get back to this picture. Because he released a picture online where he's saying that during the time that he was in college, he was saying that Vince was his sugar daddy and that Vince would get him whatever he wanted. But this is him with Vince, guys. This is the guy, and then this is him with Vince. So I'm trying to figure out what y'all doing together. Now, it could mean anything. He could be working on music with him. I'm not saying that Vince slept with him. I'm just saying that people were saying that he was lying about his interaction with Vince, but then he starts posting pictures online with him and Vince, which kind of gives weird vibes. Like, what you and Vince doing together? What kind of business did you guys have? He's not a singer, so why would you be hanging around Vince? Because Vince is like a music producer. What would you be hanging around Vince for? And then too, it was talking about, y'all know that Tamar, she's the spokesperson for PrEP. Okay, y'all know what PrEP is for women or for anyone who's just out there, sleeping around, I guess, unprotected. And PrEP is supposed to protect you from catching all types of stuff. So could it mean that? And she was saying that during the time that she was in a relationship, that she started taking PrEP. This is talking about Tamar. She started taking PrEP and was introduced to PrEP when she was with a certain someone in a marriage or relationship that was out in them streets. All right. Now, we ain't never heard nothing about Vince cheating, but I mean, we don't know what happens in a person's relationship. But could she have been taking PrEP because she was dealing with Vince, or who was it that she was taking this PrEP for? But this guy here, who is well connected in the industry, he knows a lot of people in the industry. He's running around saying that he bent over Britt Eadie's husband and was sleeping with him. And now he's saying that he has some type of intimate connection to Vince Herbert. It's weird. And now he's dropping pictures. I don't know. Could Vince be getting ready to file like a cease and desist on this dude to tell him to shut the fuck up before he ruined his career? I don't know. But what I do know is that he's running around and he's talking and sharing pictures. So that's the picture that I found and that was sent to me. And I'm showing it to you guys. So what do y'all think? That's him and that's Vince. What do y'all think? Y'all make into whatever y'all want to. I don't know. But let's continue on. Let me look at the comments right quick. Because child, DL Whisperer. Thank you, Rosalind. That's his name, the DL. I don't know. I knew it was something Whisperer. The DL Whisperer. What do you guys think? Lord, here go Quad. Now I gotta add that to my show. Damn, I was about done, y'all. Okay, let me go ahead and add it. Because now Quad has spoken up, child, after this damn breakup with this damn king. Now we gotta talk about that. That's gonna be our last topic because I was about to be done. Oh my God. All right, so here we go. So now I gotta read. I'm gonna read to you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna read to you guys here in a second what Quad had to say because you know I knew she was gonna respond with Kurt steady talking because you know he was the only one that was talking about this whole breakup situation. So all right, so we snagged that. Let's go ahead and get back into our topics, honey, so we can close this out because I ain't got too long on here. This is supposed to be a pop in. All right, let's get into the next topic. Karen Huger, honey, is still talking. So this is her reaction back to where the girls were questioning her about her being out drunk and with some dude or something like that. Karen has responded. So I found a response video. Let's go ahead and look at that because I know a few of you guys were asking me in the video from this morning, was there some type of rebuttal where Ashley Darby came in and was throwing out these accusations from this man saying that he knew Karen coming to the bar and was drunk and et cetera, et cetera. So let's get into what Karen had to say as her rebuttal. All right. Shout out to No Chaser. Said that Karen also adds that Wendy knows why she was omitted from her thank yous during her last season's Potomac reunion. So she's been having it out with Wendy. She and Wendy fell out since last reunion, and she don't really fool with Wendy. But let's get into what Karen had to say. Shout out to No Chaser.
Right. What were you gonna say?
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
On the train coming up here, okay?
Oh boy.
I sat across from this gentleman, and we started getting to chatting, and I told him that I was on this show. And he Googles the show, and he says, I recognize this lady. And I said, who is it? He said, I used to work at this place called Legal Seafood in Montgomery Mall. She used to come and day drink every day. This is something that has been happening for a very long time.
And that's what I was going to say when you kept on saying, Wendy, say what you want to say.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, Wendy was going to co-sign what Ashley just said. But Wendy was like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything. So it sounds like Wendy already knew about this situation as well. But she opted not to say anything because she and Karen aren't really friends right now. So maybe she didn't want Karen to fly off on her and like, bitch, stay out of my business, that type thing. So look at Karen. Karen's looking like, bitch, why? So she does co-sign that happened, y'all.
While we were filming, I went to a certain place and they said, you're on the show with Karen. And I said, yes. And they said she comes here every single day and she gets drunk.
Okay.
What's your reaction to that?
First of all, Ashley is right about Legal Seafood, and that was 20 years ago.
Okay.
Wendy, I have no idea what she's talking about. And who would talk to Wendy? She lives in Timbuktu. About me. Ashley was telling the truth. I can definitely say Legal Seafood. Ray picked me up many a times when I was going through. And that was when I sought medical help 20 years ago. Not too far off the beaten path, what Ashley said, except for someone being in the car. Ashley need to lay that one down.
Okay.
So no, there was no one else in the car with me.
Okay.
So Karen just co-signed that during her accident for this most recent DUI that there was no one in the car with her. Could it be that she's lying and she doesn't want to reveal who this person was? Because it was said that someone was in the car with her. But she's saying on record, on camera, that no one was in the car with her. She was alone when she had this alleged DUI incident, okay, where she totaled her Maserati and her car caught on fire with the whole infamous police body cam footage and all of that. All right.
What's your reaction to their conjecture relating to the legal advice that you got?
I don't think they're wrong for jumping to conclusions or drawing their own conclusions, but only I am the author of my life. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm not angry.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, there's one more.
There you go. I think it's really important that I thank those
who truly touched my heart during this whole process.
I think it's interesting that she didn't thank Wendy. That is not my friend.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Wendy was very upset that you didn't thank her in that video, that you mentioned Candace and you mentioned Kay and you mentioned me. And she felt that she had been supportive of you all season.
Okay.
And she really didn't understand her exclusion from that conversation.
I think that's a conversation for Wendy and I to have. We had a friendship that was worth that is worth a conversation. But Wendy knows why I didn't mention her.
She does.
Oh, yeah, she does. Yeah.
Gotta
Say that.
ride.
So y'all hear that? So Karen is like, me and Wendy, we're not in a good space. Like, she said, why would anybody be talking to Wendy? Wendy lives in Timbuktu. And how would Wendy know my business? Because we don't communicate like that. They haven't communicated or had any type of anything since last reunion because they had a huge falling out. And of course, Karen was locked away. So I don't think that Wendy was over there trying to write her, especially when she's now dealing with her own or she's been dealing with her own legal issues as well, right? Because she's about to be going into jail too. So so Karen, she has co-signed it. There was no one in the car with her, and she did admit to being at this legal seafood place, day drinking like every single day, to the point where Ray had to literally physically come there and get her ass up out of there because she was kicking back the booze every damn day. Like, girl, I don't know what you were going through, Karen, to where you just doing this every day. Girl, I know your liver got to be shriveled up, girl. But prayers up for Karen, honey. Whatever she's dealing with, she doesn't look happy. Karen looks like she's spaced out here. I don't know if she's still dealing with some things or still in an unhappy space. I hope whatever she and Ray are dealing with, I hope they can figure it out. They've been married for a long time. However, their kids are, adults, but I'm never going to tell somebody to stay where they don't want to stay. If you're unhappy, get the hell out of there. Because the most miserable thing you can do is be with someone you don't want to be with for the sake of saving face in terms of what other people may say. If you want to get a divorce, get a fucking divorce. Don't stay somewhere where you're miserable and you walking around looking at that person every day like, oh God, I wish they would leave, right? It's just giving, like, I do feel like she missed Ray while they were gone, but it's like she's back in that house now. She's back home in that somber place. She doesn't look happy. I think she's happy to be out of jail, but I don't think she's happy to be back in that situation again. Maybe she and Ray have grown apart and she's just, it's like, damn, if we split, then is Ray going to try to come after my money? Or I don't know. I don't know why a person stay in situations like, but Karen does not look happy. She just feels, to me, it looks like she's just kind of going through life and still trying to figure her life out after getting out. So I hope she's not going to turn back to drinking or anything else. But prayers up for Karen. I mean, I do like Karen, right? All right. So Todd Bridges, honey. Todd Bridges had to let you guys know to stop, even though he divorced his wife, who they said looked like a damn dude. He's letting y'all know to stop talking about his wife. He was like, this dude out here, the Todd Bridges out here done married a whole damn man. Like he went off and he has responded. So let's get into him. Shout out to Night and Day Network. Now, Different Strokes actor Todd Bridges responds to those talking trash about his now ex-wife. Now, looking at the picture, you would think that that's a dude. It looks like a dude in the face. Has very hard features, right? He kind of hard in the face over there. So and it's towering over him. So it kind of gives dude. I couldn't scroll up to see what the neck was looking like. You're supposed to always look at the neck to see if there's an Adam's apple. But nevertheless, it said the Different Stroke actor Todd Bridges addresses people talking about his ex-wife. Actor Todd Bridges is splitting with his wife, Bajetto B. Hershey, after 3 years of marriage. It says that the Different Stroke star, who is 60, damn, I didn't realize he was that old, confirmed a separation in a statement shared by his representative on January 15th. Now, according to TMZ, was the first to report the news. Of course, TMZ is always first. But it goes on to say that Bridges and Hershey met and married in 2022. Now, after much prayer and reflection, my spouse and I have made the difficult decision to separate, according to Todd Bridges. It said that this was not an easy choice, and it comes with a very heavy heart, but also with love and gratitude for the life we shared. So people were like, Todd, you married a dude? Like, that look like a dude. So Todd has responded by saying, for those of you who are out there, talking trash about my ex-wife, that is messed up. She is a real woman. She has 4 children, and to write some horrible things that you don't know who God is, says that he sees and hears and sees the ugly things that some of you are saying, and something, God bless you, and God is my strength, and God is her strength. So it sounds like he still has love for this person that he chose to marry. They were only married, I think, 3 years. But he's letting people know, stop putting out rumors that I married a man that is not a man, is a full woman. This person had 3 children. So he had to set the record straight because it was all over the internet. I mean, people I think they were going by the way this person looked in the picture as to say, damn, this looks like a fucking dude. But like dude looked like a lady, right? He was giving that. But so he has cleared it up to say, no, that is my wife. and that is a female, and this person has bore 3 children, okay, or bore 3 children for me. So I don't know. Y'all say what y'all think. I don't know. All right, nothing negative here. So let's get into this last topic with Quad, because I knew her ass was going to respond. Said, Ty, you know there's a man. I cannot. It looked like a man, right? I'm sorry. I might need to see a baby picture or a birth certificate or something. I can't. That's a tall ass woman. Damn. And Ty, you gotta be about 6 foot. So I don't know. I need to see some legit paperwork on that. But Quad has responded, and Quad has confirmed the split from Kurt King and says the couple mutually decided to end their relationship in 2025. Now, I told you guys, according to the because weeks after weeks now, they ain't been together in weeks. Because according to some of the comments that I read to you guys in my first video today, they were already talking about King and Quad not being together. So they've been separated now for quite some time. Well, not separated, but broken up. And King, he's been like a little chatty something over there on his page on Instagram, child. But so Quad is like, yeah, I'm not gonna let King just be out here making it seem like he just broke up with me and I was the worst person in the world. So Quad has now made a statement, so she won't be looking like she got broke up with versus she coming forward, with her coming forward to say that they mutually decided. Okay, I feel like he probably broke up with her, and her pride ain't gonna let her say that. I don't know what her sign is, child, but it's giving no, you ain't about to play with me like that. So this is what she had to say. Said that Kurt and I mutually decided to bring our relationship to a close in 2025, according to Quad. Said that while our time together encompassed many meaningful moments, that chapter of my life has now concluded. Said I wish him well. In 2026, I am focused on moving forward with clarity and purpose. Thank you for your support, child. Okay, Quad. I guess we'll take it. I don't know. But King said he broke up with you. If y'all say it was mutual, I guess. Okay. I guess. I ain't think you should have been with his ass anyway. Again, I feel like he is a social climber. I feel like he used you in order to get where he is. He got the ladies now beating down his door in the DMs over there on IG, which is probably what he wanted. Because who the fuck knew who King was prior to him dating Quad? Who knew who he was? Like, you were just a regular schmegular guy over there leasing out expensive cars. That's all you were. And now you got all this clout and attention from dating Quad, who is on Married to Medicine. You done had a whole season and a half on this damn show. Now you over there with the women beating your damn door down. And yeah, I don't think he's fine. I'm sorry. I do not think he's fine. Again, I feel like this was a whole clout chase relationship. I do. I feel like Quad was looking for someone to be on the rebound after the situation with she and Dr. G. I feel like she was bothered by the fact that Dr. G moved on as fast as he did and got married. So I feel like she had to go out here and snatch up somebody too, so she wouldn't be looking desperate and lonely too. I feel like that, because why else would you be attacking his now wife, who you were pretending to be friends with and was congratulating on their engagement? I told you guys before. So yeah, I just feel like this whole relationship was a whole clout chase, and I'm glad that they ass ain't playing in our face no more. But I don't really give a fuck if they're together or not, because the shit was toxic anyway, right? They were not on the same page. It seems like they were disconnected as far as their relationship anyway, emotionally. It just gives that he just wanted camera time, right? The way he looked at her, like he just didn't look at her like, oh my God, you're the one. He just didn't give that look when the two of them filmed together. Maybe he was camera shy, I don't know, but from what I saw, it just gave clout chase to me. So shout out to him for moving on, and shout out to Quad for doing whatever it is she's doing. Let's get out of here. Thank you guys. That is it for this video. I'm gonna try to hit you guys one more again, unless we have some breaking news that I gotta pop in. Y'all know I do the breaking news too. But thank you so much to my top flight mods, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, and True TV Podcast. Thank y'all for doing an awesome job, right? So he smiles like Carlos King. Does he? You think so? Let me look at some comments right quick. Terry Babe said he smiles like Carlos King. Child. Rose says that I have started back looking at Married to Medicine from the beginning. Yeah, Married to Medicine is really a good show. This season has been pretty good too. Minus heavily on the acting a damn fool. Tam C said, well, at least she is not being shady. Says the King used her for a come up. Yeah. And to pick me women are in the DMs. Yeah. They are definitely over there in the damn DMs, child, trying to get his attention. And he is definitely clapping back. Cassandra says that Quad needs to look at this breakup as a blessing. Said King wasn't good for her at all. I don't believe he was at all. Denise Slay says, stop telling your business and people will stop talking. Quad, just stop. Said, you got your check from someone else's storyline. You better preach in here, girl. All right, Denise Slay, you better preach in here, girl. Yes, ma'am. You better tell them. All right. Terry Babe says it. Dang, she's taller than Todd. Yeah, that whole situation, child. I said, oh, girl, that's got to be a dude. I need to see birth certificate right there. So True says that. Sorry, I can't speak individually. Okay, so she's speaking to everybody. Hey guys, hey, y'all. Somebody's catching up on the replay. Okay. You say you want to read it too? That book? Yeah, me too. I'm nosy, right? I'm nosy. Kelly S. I want to read the book too with Rashanna Landfair because I feel like she's gonna spill some stuff that we don't know about, right? Right. It said, dude look like a lady. Yeah, from Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes, honey. I said, what you talking about, Willis? Right. That look like Todd and Willis in the damn picture, right? Yeah, said yes. That thing is tall, honey. Yes, that does not give. I need to see a birth certificate, honey. I need to see it, or maybe just can I say it on YouTube? We might need to see some down there parts to just verify. Okay, well, nothing. I mean, shit, what is it, 2026? They doing operations now. No, let me just see the birth certificate because you probably would have got that thing cut off down there and got something else going on. So, no, we can't go by that. And then with surrogacy, yeah, you probably had a baby, but probably through surrogacy. So, I'm going to need to see your birth certificate, what it says you came into the world as, because all this other stuff, I don't know. You're looking like a man over there. All right, you're looking strong in the face over there standing beside Todd. Erica LaShawn says that, Todd, you know that's a man. Right. I said that's Willis. No, that's Willis. Oh my God. Deborah Holder says that I remember on one of the episodes that Ray says to Karen that he was not happy and he did not know if he still loved her. Oh, come on, tell all. Said so I do know why Karen pretends like she never expressed. Yeah, you could tell they're not happy. You could tell it's a disconnect. It is. That's a shame. They've been married for something. Sometimes maybe they stay together for the kids. Maybe they stay together for the kids. Who knows? Sometimes people don't stay together for love. You have people who are in business marriages, which I feel Beyonce and Jay-Z is in a business marriage. I've been said that. Yeah, I've been said that for his ass to get on a private plane and leave the U.S. And it said that Beyonce and the kids are still here because he's trying to get away from them damn Epstein files. I feel like it's a business arrangement. That's just how I feel. Rose says that that's a man. I don't care. That I don't care what he say. That's a man. I know that's right. Let me put the picture back up. Now y'all got me. Now I got to be messy. One more again. Let's put this damn picture up again. Because, baby, Todd, I don't care what you say. I don't care, Todd. I don't care if you clapping back. Now, that look like a whole man out here. Nah. That look like a whole damn man. I don't care what you say. That face alone. I don't know what nationality this person, because sometimes women in different nationalities be real strong in the face. So hold on. Let me do a closer picture here. Let's see. Todd, I'm sorry. I don't mean to pick on you, okay? But I need a closer picture. I gotta blow this picture up before we get out of here. Because baby. Oh my God, why, Lord? Why? All right, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna screenshot this damn picture. And then we're gonna put it up there bigger. Because Todd, you ain't get ready to play in my damn face, Todd. Okay. That's what you're not about to do. Now I'm gonna make this damn picture bigger. So we can get a closer look at this dude lady. We're gonna call her dude lady till we find out for sure. Okay. All right, let's look at this dude lady right quick. All right, hold on. Let me send it up here. Let's send it up there so we can blow this thing up. Because child, I need to see if I see an Adam's apple right quick. I'm sorry, Todd. I got to look for that apple, honey. Because, Lord, now if I mess around here and see a damn apple on that neck, I'm going to know something, Todd, okay? You done got up here fussing everybody out and using the Lord and everything else. All right, so hold on, guys. Let me go over here and upload it with my messy ass. Oh, look at the Lord. It popped right up. All right, so let's blow it up, Lord. Let me look at this neck right quick. Child. All right, let's share. Oh, Lord, Satan is thoroughly using me right now. Yes, he is. Get out of here, Satan. After I look at this picture, though. Hold on. Let me look at this picture because I might say something else. All right, don't leave yet, Satan. All right, so what y'all see here? Do y'all see any Adam's apple down there? This jawline is giving dude. I'm sorry. This jawline is totally giving dude. No. This nose is giving dude, honey. No. Todd, and look at Todd. Todd, you even more feminine energy over here than dude lady. Okay, dude wife. We're gonna call it dude wife. Then your dude wife over here. What the hell? Y'all, let's scroll down some. Can we see the feet? See why y'all chop the feet off? See, the feet gonna always tell. If them damn penny loafers is a size 16, then bitch, that's a dude. All right. Now, how many women out here got some size 16s in their closet in there? These big feet heifers out here. Now, boobs, you can go and buy some of them. So we ain't even gonna say, well, they got boobs, we ain't going about it. I'm looking at this jawline. The jawline is giving strong. S-K-R-O-N-G. Strong, okay? God. You looked at this and said, oh my God, let's get married. Like you really looked at this person right here and said, oh my God, you're the one. Let's totally get married. Like what about this did you not see? Like there's nothing feminine about this person, right? Even if this person had kids, I'm sorry. All that aside, if I was a guy and I saw this person walk up to me and try to hit on me, I'd be like, fuck out of here. Like, no, absolutely not. It's giving dude. Like, no. Like both of us are not to be in the bathroom shaving our beards and stuff. Like, no. Heck no. Like, right? Yes, I feel like the feet are size 16, 17. I feel like you got on some damn penny loafers and they size 16 down there. That's what I feel. You got on some flats down there. And what they cut off the feet for a reason. Now I'm gonna have to go look up some more pictures when I get off here. But that kind of give dude, right? Let's go a little bit closer. With my messy ass. That's giving dude. I don't care. That's dude. What y'all think? Put a 1 for dude, put a 2 for dude. Put a 1 for dude and put a 2 for dude. All right. You ain't got but one choice. Damn it. It don't matter if you put 1 or 2. I'm going with dude. But that's it, child. Because Todd done cussed us all out. All right. And told us that we don't know the Lord because we called his whole wife a damn dude. So I'm offended now. Let me get the hell up off this live so I can go and grieve this damn video where Todd done cussed us out about his dude wife. But thank y'all for joining the live. Okay. We had a couple little ha-has about this damn dude lady. But y'all so crazy. Y'all here putting 1s and 2s. It's the same thing, right? 1 and 2 is the same answer. But thank y'all so much. I will see you guys later. Thank y'all to my mods, Caramelians, and everyone in the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please sound off on all the topics that we discussed. Until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye.